Hi, I'm Paul from Mira Showers, and in this video we'll be taking you through the replacement of an Aqualisa Quartz and installing the Mira Activate ceiling fed digital shower. The Mira Activate is based on an all-new digital mixing valve platform. There are single and dual outlet models, as well as models designed for both high and low pressure plumbing systems. The high pressure valve variant is designed specifically for high pressure plumbing systems, such as combination boilers or unvented cylinder systems. The pumped valve variants are specifically designed for low pressure gravity fed systems, boosting the flow to deliver up to 12 litres per minute using the integrated brushless pump. As you can see, the Mira Activate valve platform has a much smaller footprint compared to the Aqualisa Quartz, saving space and allowing it to be sited much easier. Just ensure that the valve can be easily accessed for future maintenance. Replacing the old product is easily done, aligning the hot and cold supplies to whichever orientation suits your existing installation, and by extending the supply pipework to suit. Having removed the Aqualisa Quartz valve, you can now begin the installation of the Mira Activate. 3 fixing points are required to secure the valve in place. These can be fixed at the top or bottommost points of the valve housing and are secured on the underside using the retaining screws provided. The digital mixing valve is supplied with push-fit isolation valves and connections, making the connection to the valve hassle-free. Water supplies should be flushed before the final connection to the valve. This prevents debris from blocking the filters or corrosive fluxes causing damage to the valve mechanism. The ceiling fed riser rail for Mira Activate is supplied pre-assembled for a hassle-free installation. The bottom fixing point, which secures the lower section of the riser rail and the user control, is fixed. The top fixing point slides up and down and can then be locked into place to match the previous fixing points used on the old installation. The pipework which feeds the hand shower and the low voltage communication cable which connects to the user controls are also concealed within the riser rail. For installations where the ceiling may be taller than 2.4 metres, a 550mm riser rail extension kit is also available as an accessory to allow the riser rail to be installed at a lower point. After removing the old fittings, there is no need to make good of any of the existing fixing points or to drill new holes, as the Mira Activate has been designed specifically to reuse these. This prevents the need for costly retiling or cosmetic repairs when upgrading to the Mira Activate. Replacing the old fittings is easy. Simply feed the riser rail and its low voltage communication cable up through the existing hole and into the ceiling space. In the event that the previous installation was installed in line with a ceiling joist, spacers are also supplied to allow the riser kit to be installed further away from the wall in order to avoid these if necessary. The fixing kit can then be secured into place, making use of the existing fixing holes, using either the fixings provided or those more appropriate for the wall if necessary. The riser rail concealing plates can then be locked into place and the ceiling plate slid upwards to conceal the point of entry into the ceiling space. In the attic space, the green push-fit pipe can be cut to size using an appropriate pipe cutter, taking care that the final connection is free from pipe burrs or debris. The riser rail supply pipe can then be connected to the digital mixing valve using the push-fit elbow supplied. The electrical supply for the digital mixing valve connects into the rear of the valve housing and is made using the transformer supplied. Connection to the digital mixing valve requires the removal of the valve housing lid to access the terminal. Following connection, cable routing is clearly indicated by apertures on the valve housing. The lid can then be secured back into place. Final connection to the electrical supplies is then made using a 3-pin plug, or a fuse spur fused to 3 amps if you prefer. The hose and handset can then be installed, taking care to feed the hose through the retaining ring to comply with water regulations. Flushing the pipework before attaching the hose and handset will also prevent debris from blocking the spray plate. Replacement of the existing ceiling fed fittings is also made easy. The fixing points are designed to be identical, which means no making good of the ceiling is required, and that the replacement fittings can be installed immediately after the removal of the old shower. For dual outlet installations, the pipework from the valve to the ceiling fed deluge should be well supported and a clipped 15mm supply. We would recommend that this is upgraded if not already installed to this standard. Having removed the old fittings, you should now be left with a 15mm supply protruding vertically from the ceiling at 29 to 48mm in length from the finished ceiling surface. The retaining disc, collets and seals can then be installed. Using the existing fixing points, the wall plate can then be secured into the ceiling. Securing of the wall plate into ceiling joists or a purpose-fitted ply sheet would be the best option. We would recommend that this is upgraded if not already installed to this standard. The new shower arm can then be cut to length to set the ideal height for the deluge from the ceiling. As the deluge arm can also be used for rear fed installations for added flexibility, simply remove the elbow. This can be cut using a 22mm pipe slice with stainless steel blade or a hacksaw. The shower arm can then be inserted into the mounting assembly and the compression fitting tightened to create a watertight seal and to secure the shower arm in place. The concealing plate and deluge head can also be fitted to the shower arm and then hand tightened to achieve a watertight seal. Flushing the pipework before attaching the deluge will prevent any debris from blocking the spray plate. Pumped variants of the Mira Activate feature an intuitive commissioning procedure prior to first use. Refer to the installation instructions for further details. Your Mira Activate Digital Shower is now ready for use. Additional features can also be accessed with the use of the Mira app, available free for iOS and Android devices.